Ya mama kwaba eba AKATA GTV so. Aha update news nko de ekoso amanfo man so. Ene de brem de ekoso Ghana nyina. Ya de update ni brem. We South Africa, South Africa. Be na nti ya se Ghana for do na ayo madwene se on pese on be fie. Ebi mu so ayo madwene se on ma. Sisi ya Ghana for almost 16,000 na South Africa. But emu 300 na was say be duru ne. And so enti ya enya ne se emu 290 per na etimi aba be duru. Yes, Romo Macan be watching. Nimum Nipa 300 na agree say beba and neba omunina intimi amamu. E bin so beba ochina. Ena 16,000 na nyu bia na ye na adwene so bebo. Ogu ha wo ye ne den o ma obetena South Africa. Ntini enko hwe o ma yo ma adwene so ompese o mo ba. Ne hwe de ye koso wo. Sa issue ya koso South Africa. Omu problem na ni say ebi mu use wrong documents was South Africa e dey adwuma. Ena communities bin so ha omu say cheap labor, foreigners no cheap labor inti ama omu timemfo no kra no omu adwuma enkoso. The cheap labor Ghana ni a wotu kwan a opeso wo babra wo pe bibi kakra do fie inti no. Woman adwuma se ne enka omu charge wo ho no. Ono wo foreigner no ate so. So nti e ba sa nro enkrofo tan bia na enkrofo use omu de ye nnuma. Na omu timemfo no de omu nya adwuma nye. No. Ena Ghana fo no bi nso kere se omakwa ko bie nnuma bibiri wo ho. Omahu se omu develop kakra. Nti no ena South Africa so wo ye Ghana ni ana wo ye foreigner na wo ye adwuma eden a wo be fa South Africa fo no bi wo be kere omu adwuma. Nti no Ghana fo no bi kere se edru stage a omu South Africa for no foreigners na kire omu nyuma wi nti ompese omu take over. Eno ne sa ne ekoso nyina ne ntoko ekoso nyina no sa ne ebi mu kire se South Africa for no pese omu take over. Foreigners ni nyuma na omu ba bie nti omu pa mo ma ko mu kromisi omu hu adwuma. Ena ebi nso kire se cheap labor. Foreigners no aba ho no omu atete omu nyama so ama omu charge ananka wo so omu ye adwuma omu charge wo ho no. Foreigners na ba betete so nti ema omu nso adwuma ko from time bia foreigners no e na enya enuma more. Ebi nso timemfo no bi nso kire se foreigners ni bi visiting visa ene ba South Africa no mbe duru ho no omu return back to Ghana ana omu return back to baby omu fi ena omu atra ho adwuma obi so atra ho 21 years we seeking for asylum no card be at the mount. So you're foreigner, ubetimi ebia udwane from conflict. Anansi bia when your problem be untimi ntena ukrum. Upese obe settle down. Sene be ya wasum bedroom. In this card no do na dia be stay over 20 years out the year dum. South Africa for ni yepa. Isa no mani nyina keke kabum. Ena amo mo nso dan. Enu ya o my protest. O me enko protest no. O me ni abrig.
Know that in South Africa now, as we speak, there are people that are in this country illegally, but they some of them would have entered legally, but they end up becoming illegal in the country.
Like overstaying.
Yeah, definitely. So it's overstaying one of the angles, but there are other angles, and I want to give you those.
Okay.
For instance, you arrive at Bay Bridge, you are having a passport, and that passport is valid, and that passport, for example, is still having 6 months to go. In terms of it's still being valid, in other words, not even expired. So it will expire in 6 months' time. Then we process you. Why? Because you are from SADC. Remember, people from SADC, 90-day free entry visa for visiting. So they come as visitors, and then as they come in, they are coming in legally with a legal document, which is a passport. Now, when they are in the country, they end up not living within that 6 months or within the 90 days. So if they don't leave within the 90 days, then they've overstayed their free visa entry. Now they're illegal in the country. But for instance, the passport is expiring in 3 months' time. Now the person effectively does not leave. on the basis of the passport, then the passport expires when they're in the country. So automatically it makes them to be illegal in the country. And that is another fundamental issue. Similarly, there is somebody who gets to OR Tambo. This person enters with a passport and they are coming to study at VETS, and they have a document, a paper to show that VETS has accepted them and stuff like that. Now, when they enter South Africa, at the port of entry, they have a valid passport, they have a valid visa to go study. When they enter South Africa, they don't go to study, but they go and open a spaza shop. So that work to go get that person who is now doing what the visa is not allowing him or her to do, it becomes the work of the Immigration Inspectorate, no longer the work of the BMA. Those are the complexities in terms of the work that we do, and that's the distinction.
Thank you so much, Nana Achiampong, for taking the time to speak to us. You've been in the country for 21 years. Kindly explain to the viewers, how did you enter the country?
I entered this country with a visa.
And what visa was that?
It was a visit visa.
And this was 21 years ago. And after you've arrived, after the visitor's visa, what happened after that?
I went for an asylum. I went to seek an asylum.
Can you explain to us why you felt your life was in danger and that you needed an asylum?
Yeah, I decided not to go because I was having an problem with my family. And I said, no, let me try and get to some country. I tried a lot of countries. In South Africa, that they gave me a visa. And I came here. When I came here, and the visa got expired, and I said, I have to go and seek asylum because if I go back, something will happen to me. And I went and gave them my stories, I narrate everything, and they gave me asylum paper.
There are those who are fleeing conflict, not just a family conflict, but conflicts such as wars and so on. What would you say if someone were to say that perhaps there was an element of abusing the South African immigration systems? What would your thoughts be in that regard?
You see, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not abusing South African immigration law, but what I will say is they helped me when I came here. I presented my case to them, like what I said, and they offered me the asylum paper. So I was using asylum paper to go everywhere that I was going.
Was there an option to move towns and cities within Ghana instead of skipping the country?
Come again?
Was there an option? I mean, you said you left your home because there was a family conflict.
Yeah.
Did you have the option of moving to a different town within Ghana as opposed to leaving the country?
If I'm in Ghana and I move even to Tamale, Kumale, everywhere, they will find me. Because they were looking for me to be like a chief. We were in our house, we have a chieftaincy, this thing. You have to, if you reach some age, like I was 35 years when I came here. My mother told me, Nana, I'm a Christian, I don't want you to get into this chieftaincy problem. So it's better you find a place to go later than you come. So I just went to the African embassy and get my visa, and I say, off, let me go to South Africa.
But if you are facing hardship in your own country, according to the law, you're supposed to go to the nearest country, which would be perhaps your neighboring countries. Why was that not an option?
The neighboring country like Togo, Burkina Faso, but I decided that I have to come to South Africa.
You decided that you need to come to South Africa. And why did you choose South Africa?
Because this country, I heard and saw that there's a lot of opportunities here. That's why I came here.
And what have you been doing right now to sustain yourself?
Make us say I do light for Ghana. So the man crofo dwania South Africa no enum nyina ka ho. Enum nyina ka ho. Ghana heading. So sisi I do light. This year seconds here I do light. we no nyina wote wo man mu na bibi se yeko so a wo bedwane dia ama nkrofo ye ko wait we akata GH the best news nkwa na ebrem watching ebe ko South Africa ya sa wa fa de free hoba watching ebe sa ko UK ya Dr. Like ne nkrofo de free hon so ba chow subscribe